Welcome to Ingirisi Mahathaya. Please watch and give your precious comments.
Have you ever wondered, what if an ancient monastery gate could talk? I mean, really talk. Imagine the stories it would tell about the thousands of souls who've passed through it over the centuries. Well, that's exactly what we're diving into today. A ballad told from the perspective of an all-seeing witness that's seen the deepest truths about all of us. So come on, let's step through.
And boom, right away, no pun intended, the gate speaks for itself. This isn't just a piece of wood and iron, it's a character, a timeless observer. This first-person voice immediately sets this incredibly profound, personal tone for everything it's about to show us.
So what's the gate's job, exactly? Well, this definition clears it right up. It's not a judge, it's not a guard deciding if you're worthy. No, its role is something much deeper. It is the witness. It simply sees. Without judgment, it records the messy, complicated truth of who we are beneath the surface. All right, Section 1, let's dig into what this ancient gate actually perceives. Standing right there at the threshold, it takes in everything. And I don't just mean what people show, but what they try to hide. It senses their sweat and their vows unclear.
And you can see this powerful contrast right here. People show up projecting these strong outward emotions. Some arrive with passionate fire, others with trembling fear. But the gate, it senses what's really going on underneath all that. The nervous sweat, the internal confusion of vows unclear, it sees right past the performance.
I just love this part. This shows how the gate sees our intentions. It's not in simple black and white, good versus evil. Not at all. It sees a whole spectrum of colorful halos. There's green for our hope, red for our deep, burning longing, and that sorrowful blue for rue, the color of our regrets. It's a complex, beautiful, and totally human portrait.
Okay, so this brings us to the absolute heart of the ballad, this conflict between our sacred aspirations, our halos, and our secret, all-too-human flaws, which the poem calls our humors. And that's such a fascinating word choice, right? It's a nod to the old belief that our temperament is literally defined by the fluids in our bodies, making our flaws seem as natural and innate as our own blood.
And here is that core duality, laid out plain and simple. On one side, you've got the halos, what we aspire to be. But on the other, the gate senses the humors, the hidden desire, the stolen glance, the sly anxiety. It sees that we're all wearing two robes at once, one of piety for the world to see, and another one, underneath, of secret imperfection.
This is where the abstract idea of our flaws becomes incredibly real and relatable. The gate doesn't just sense sin in some vague way. It smells the armpits of hidden desire. It sees the little deceptions like a coin tucked neat, and it feels the hesitation in a trembling retreat. These are the small, tangible details of our imperfect nature. And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? The big takeaway here is that it doesn't matter how pious your clothes are or how perfect you seem on the outside. The gate sees through all of that. It senses that second invisible robe we all wear, the one woven from our secrets and our flaws. Now the ballad shifts gears. It starts to explore how our vows and our commitments, the very things that define our halos, are tested by the relentless pressure of time and our own human nature. The poem uses this really tense and wonderful imagery here. We make these promises, these resolutions, and for a while they tighten. They have strength, they have purpose. You can almost feel that tension building, that grip. But of course, that tension doesn't last forever. It releases. The poem says our vows quietly fray, comparing it to the rope of a bell that swings in May. It suggests they don't always snap dramatically. More often they just unravel, quietly and gradually. It's presented as an inevitable, almost natural part of being human. And this cycle of making and breaking vows, it's not unique to anyone. The gate sees it as a constant river of time flowing through it. It carries everyone, the young with their fresh promises, the old with their weathered ones, and all the rest of us in between, simply incomplete. And this brings us right back to that powerful robe metaphor. Our commitments, our vows, sometimes they feel like a heavy burden we can barely carry. Other times, they sit lightly, feeling easy and natural. The gate sees that shifting weight of our own principles on our shoulders. So, after seeing all this imperfection, this constant fraying of vows, what's the gate's final verdict? You might expect judgment,
But this is where the ballad's tone shifts powerfully to one of profound and unconditional acceptance. The gate defines its own role in three beautiful ways. It's a father, offering guidance. It's a witness, seeing the unvarnished truth. And maybe most important of all, it's a friend, offering welcome without any conditions. It's not a barrier, it's a companion on the journey. This brings us right to the poem's central question. It's not asking us to choose one or the other. It's really about accepting that we are a mixture of both. Our halos and our humors, they exist together, inside all of us. And here's the core message, loud and clear. The gate is open. It's open for all of it. It doesn't ask you to leave your flaws at the door. It welcomes your sins and sweat just as readily as your halos and flame. Every single part of you is invited in.
And so we end with this powerful declaration. The gate isn't just a passive object. It is a conscious, constant presence, eternal and awake, forever waiting to welcome the next beautifully flawed human to arrive.
And so that leaves us with one final, provocative thought to take away. If you were to approach this ancient, all-seeing gate, what mix of colors would it see in your halo? And what secret humors would it sense beneath the robe you wear? What kind of ballad would it write about you?
Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe my channel.